Do you want to make your very own video game but have no idea where to start? Then you're in luck. I will be showing you how to make your very own game with Unity, a free game engine. Some things we will learn are the layout of Unity, basic scene setup, components and scripting, the UI, and much, much more. Now, let's get into the video. Before we can start making a game, we need to download Unity Hub. Unity Hub manages all your project settings and versions and much more in Unity. So go to unity.com/download and scroll down to download with the Unity Hub. And then download depending on what operating system you're on. So since I'm on Windows, I'm going to click download for Windows. Once you're in the setup, you need to click I agree, then pick your install location. I'll just leave this at the default. Then click install and wait for it to install. While we wait for that to finish opening, go to the Unity website, then look at your top right hand corner and click this little icon button. And then click create a Unity ID. Once you are at this website, enter your email, then enter your username, then enter your password, and then enter your full name. And then click I have read and agree to the Unity terms of service. I acknowledge the Unity privacy policy. But you don't have to click this one because it's just marketing stuff. You don't really need it, but you can if you want. And then make sure I am not a robot is okay. Then click create a Unity ID. Once Unity Hub has opened, you will see I'm in the Install Unity editor, but you actually have to enter your Unity ID, then click Installed, then Install Editor. And once you're inside the Install Unity Editor window, make sure you download the recommended version at the time or the LTS one, but you don't need to. You can download the other versions if you want. Then click Install. Once you're into the install your Unity editor with the version, make sure you tick Android build support, iOS build support, Mac build support, and Windows build support. But you don't really need to tick Microsoft Visual Studio Community 2019. It's just a bonus or a dev tool. It's basically your code editor, but you don't need it right now. But you can if you want to. I would recommend installing it, but just so you know, you will need a lot of storage to install Unity, just so you know. And then click continue. And then, since I have ticked Visual Studio Community license terms, this will pop up for me. It might not pop up for you if you don't have a code editor, but you can if you want to. And then since I have it, I will click I have read and agree with the above terms and conditions and click continue. Now that I have a Unity version, I can go back to the projects tab, then go to the new project button and click on it. Once you're in the new project window, you'll see all of Unity's templates, but for now, we'll just use 3D. And then you'll see right here, you have project name. You can name it anything you want. And you can also select the location where your Unity project will be made. And then once you've done those two things, you can just click Create Project Editor. And now let's take a look at everything the Unity editor has to offer. You have the hierarchy, which basically shows you all the projects or objects in your scene. Then you have the projects window, which shows you the assets, your folders, materials, prefabs, and a bunch of other stuff in your game. Then you have console, which shows you errors, logs, and a bunch of other stuff. Then you have the inspector that shows you coordinates and components. And then Now you can right click on the hierarchy, then click 3D objects, then click cube or whatever shape you desire. Then you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it at the default. And then you have this. Position, rotation, scale. You can make it bigger. You can rotate it. You can change the position. You can do a bunch of stuff. You can also add components. And if you don't like how the Unity editor looks, you can also change that. You can move stuff around. You can put the inspector where the hierarchy is and put the hierarchy where the inspector is. Or you can put it there. You can do whatever you want in Unity. You can customize it to your likings. Then you can click this. And then you would save it. Then you would call it whatever you want. Save. And now that it's saved, you can just click it. And then you have your layout. That's all for this tutorial, and we'll see more stuff in Unity next tutorial. Okay, this is GameSpark 10 signing off.